The Raptors pull off the gutty win against the Phoenix Suns. We can't change the past and our record being what it is, but we can change the future. And maybe, just maybe, this is a step in the right direction to close out the calendar year. Let's break it all down for you guys in tonight's post-game show. The Raptors, they come through, they get the win against the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns were depleted by injury. We can't do anything about that. We're 15-20 this season. We can't do anything about that now. All we can do is go out there, put on a performance, and try to win a basketball game, and that is exactly what the Toronto Raptors were able to do today. It took two very key individual performances. It took the Phoenix Suns with an all-time implosion in the turnover department, but with the month of December that the Toronto Raptors have had, they need a lot of things to break their way. And finally, some things break their way in the clutch for the Raptors to finish off the Suns and get the win. Here we are. We're 16-20 now. This is what we are. It is what it is. This team has not yet committed to the tank. And until that point, we're going to hope they win every game that they go out and play. We got it tonight against the Phoenix Suns. In a little bit of ugly fashion, it was that weird type of Raptors win compounded like 3 times today. You get extra possessions, but you get so many extra possessions because the ball retention by the Phoenix Suns was just absolutely diabolical. We're going to go in reverse order here and start with the team stats. The Phoenix Suns turned the ball over 27 times tonight. And that was especially apparent when it was a 3-point game and they had an 8-second violation, which turned into, believe it or not, Christian Koloko hitting the first 3-pointer of his NBA career to make it a 6-point game. And pretty much that was the dagger for the Suns in this one. We'll take him. The way we've played in December, we've won 2 of our last 10. We'll take any win, any way that we can get it. Here we are. The Raptors got the win. It is what it is. Let's go to the box score, everybody. So for starters, wow. Steven Adams and Ivica Zubac beat us up in back-to-back games. I was fearful of what DeAndre Ayton would do. He was a no-show. 4 points, 7 rebounds, minus 18, 2 for 10 from the field. No free throws. Respectfully, DeAndre, Steven Adams, and Ivica Zubac beat us up, and you couldn't do anything? That was strange. Beyond that, okay, there was some good offensive nights here for the Suns because they shot the ball really well. And to be honest, if it wasn't for turnovers, they probably would have blown out the Raptors tonight. But committing individually 25 turnovers and 2 team turnovers to go along with that, not good from them. On our side of it, Gary Trent is back in the starting lineup and with a bang. What a night for Gary. 35 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, a block for Gary Trent. 11 for 22 from the field, 4 for 11 from 3, 9 for 9 from the line. Outstanding performance from Trent. Siakam, another casual 26-point performance, 8 for 17. So efficiently putting up these points, 2 for 5 from 3 to go along with it, 6 assists. What a fucking player, man. OG, solid night again, 16 points, 6 for 10 from the field. Barnes, not his best night from a shot standpoint. He was affecting the game in other ways, contributed to the win, had a key rebound late as well. Koloko, strangely enough, with a plus 22 in this game. So I was questioning his involvement in this team, but today, not as much. He had a good game. On the bench, some struggles with our bench. They had a really good bench night. We had a really bad bench night, but it didn't affect us enough. All of the things that should have affected this game into a loss didn't because of this number here. Because they shot the lights out of this. They were shooting consistently above 50% in both categories. That came down in the clutch, thankfully, as the defense tightened up, thankfully. We shot well from the field. A lot of that is because, you get 34 points off turnovers. So you're getting a lot of easy 2s off of that. But, hey, we'll take it any way they come. Like I said, 3-point shooting also improved today, 33.3%. Yeah, that's not great, but it's also not as bad as it has been for this Toronto Raptors team. Free throw percentages, also good to see. Raptors hitting 84.6% of them. Rebounding was in their favor, but like the only reason it was in their favor because like they were just not missing. They just kept hitting shots all throughout the game. There weren't as many rebound opportunities for us as there were for them because the offensive rebounding was pretty even over there. Like I said, the game comes down to turnovers. Other than the turnovers, we weren't getting stopped, but thankfully, we did force those turnovers. The Raptors, the bottom line, out of all this confusion, out of all whatever was going on in this game, we needed wins. We need wins any way we can get them. We got it tonight. So how does this change the outlook on the season? So we're at the end of the calendar year. We're not quite. We're on the 30th still when I'm recording this. But we're at the end of the calendar year for games. We're still just treading water here. You know, we had that tough 6-game stretch. The Raptors go 3-3 in that stretch. So we're still in a situation where you can't really commit to tanking. The Raptors, this is the thing. Like I'm looking at, I can understand both sides of it. I'm looking at the schedule. Next 4 games are tough. I'll give you that. Next 4 games are pretty tough. You get the Pacers, the Bucks, the Knicks, the Blazers. All beatable for the Raptors, especially the Bucks lately. They have not been a superpower. But all beatable teams. Tough stretch, though. Then your schedule starts to kind of lighten up over the course of the month. Some easier games get involved, like a back-to-back against the Hornets. It's just, right now, the front office is not going to make a trade right now. The team is still going out to win games. I would understand if the front office took a direction to tanking. I understand the front office wanted to take a stab maybe at trying to find a trade for a player who can get this team to a different level, get this team to a better level. The standings are still pretty tight. Raptors in 12th, yes. You know, we're 12th. We're 15-20. But we're not far off the 6th seed. We're also not far off like the 13-14 seed. We're in the middle of nothing right now. I'm not saying I'm against tanking. I'm not saying I'm against making a trade to make the team better. But I am against the nothing. I am against this team, the front office, allowing this team to continue to be what it is. Right now, we're really stuck in the middle of nothing. It's clear rim protection is still needed. It was a better game from Koloko today, but it's still clear that rim protection is needed for this team 100%. You have to go out and find a way to get some rim protection for this team if you want to be better. If you're not going to commit to being better, then you need to commit to selling off the assets that might leave you for nothing at the end of the season, like Gary Trent Jr., who may have boosted his trade value a little bit tonight. I'm fine with either direction at this point. I'm not prepared to say it's time to just completely wash away this season. There's clearly with the way Siakam's playing basketball right now, it'd be a big disservice. This is a top 15 player in the NBA. This is a guy on pace to be an all-star. Having an all-NBA level season, it just depends on the Raptors' record to be good enough to get him into an all-NBA team. You've got a superstar on your hands. So giving up on that now may not be the most fruitful endeavor. But like I said, I'm not going to be against the idea of selling the season, going for some draft pick, because I see those top teams in the East. I know I kind of roasted the Bucks there a bit, but they're still a superpower, as are the Celtics. Brooklyn are turning into a superpower. Cleveland are really good. Philly are really good. You got a first-round date in the playoffs if you make the playoffs. So how worth it is it to get there? That's a debatable topic 100%. So listen, we won the game. We haven't made that trade, so the team at the moment is still committed to winning games. And while they're still committed to winning games, I'm hoping for wins. Today, they got one against the Phoenix Suns. No, there was no Devin Booker. There was no Shamet. There was none of these things for the team. I recognize that for the Phoenix Suns, but what are we going to do? Not play against them? You can only play what's in front of you. We got the win. Chalk it up. Happy New Year, Raptors fans. Your team is going into the new year as a winner. Let's see what they can accomplish in 2023. 365 days. Where will this team be at that point? Because last season, there was a lot of questions at this point. Last year, this time, Raptors were in a similar position, behind the pack, wondering if this is going to be another tank season, and they went on a massive run. It seems unlikely again, but who knows where we can get to, or who knows where we can get to in 2023. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see, along with you guys, the Amateur Hour Army. Please make sure you have dropped a like if you enjoyed. It goes a long way to supporting the channel, helping out the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more content from Amateur Hour. I promise, if you like the Raptors, you're going to love Amateur Hour. Make sure you're subscribed for more content just like this.